I'm not doing anything tonight. What are you doing? Going on a Blackbird?
What are you doing?
Okay. Do I need to bring anything? Yeah, alright. If we're gonna go over to your house, I'll bring like a change of clothes or something. Fabio's right here with me. Do I need to tell him to bring anything?
Is it Jim?
Alright. No, I'll tell him to bring his hat. Cause we're gonna go run around town tonight. Alright. That green hat, right? Alright, got it. Alright, man. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
This doesn't make sense. I just got a text message that was so incoherent, I couldn't make any sense of it.
We're going to Blackbird tonight. Got that part?
Why couldn't he have just called me?
Well, I mean, oh, you've got text messages, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't. That's why everybody calls me.
This is ridiculous.
I feel like this just gets everything done faster.
You know what? I'm so sick of this. Text messaging never does anything faster. It just makes everything so much harder. I'm done with this.
Okay, so I was on a date with this girl one time, and it was kind of an awkward date. Some things went wrong. And we were in this movie, and she gets a text message from one of her friends saying, "So how's the date going?" And when she responds, she sends a text message saying, "This is so awkward, I don't really want to be here." And a few seconds later, my phone vibrates, and I look at it, and I read it, and it says, "This is so awkward, I don't really want to be here." And I look at it, and I'm like, "What was that for?" She's like, "What?" I said, "Why'd you send me that text message?" And she kind of has this drawn out look on her face, like, "Oh no." She goes, "I didn't mean to send that to you." We never went out again.
Okay, so one day, my friend and I were going to plan on going to the fair, and we were planning on going Saturday night, and I had a change of plans and decided I wanted to go Sunday night instead. So I decided to text her and say, "Hey, how's tomorrow sound?" And I never even brought up the fact that I was talking about the fair, so this whole time I was just going on about tomorrow or the next day would work better, and she had no idea what I was talking about, and then finally she just texted me and straight up said, "You know, I really don't know what you're saying." So then I looked through my messages and realized I never even mentioned the fair at all, so that's when I had to go back and explain that I was talking about going to the fair the next day, and not just sending
My first boyfriend ever, I was 16, and he asked me out one day, and I was really excited, so I went to text my friend Mary Lee, and I said, "So guess who's going on a date with Mark tonight?" And I definitely sent it to Mark, and it was just really awkward. He's like, "Did you mean to send that to me?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, totally, I was just playing around." I don't know what I said, but it was just really awkward.
So I was heating up some leftovers on a plate at my house, and I took the plate out of the microwave, and it was so hot that I just threw it, and I dropped it, and I broke the plate everywhere, and it was my roommate's plate. And it was this small green plate from IKEA that she had bought when we moved in. And so I texted her, and I meant to say, how much were those small green plates from IKEA, so I could buy her a new one. And I was in a hurry, and when I texted plates, it came out as slaves, because the buttons are the same. If you type plates, it'll show up as slaves, and you can go through predictive text and find it. So I ended up telling her how much were those small green slaves from IKEA, and she was wondering the whole day why I wanted to know how much slaves cost.
So one time I thought I was sending a text message to my girlfriend, when in reality I was sending a text message to my other girlfriend, and I called the one girl by the other girl's name and what we were going to do that night, when in reality it was the wrong girl altogether. So use your imagination. It got a little sticky after that.
Well, so there was this girl I liked, and I decided to text her, ask her to go out to a movie with me, and she said sure. But But then about 2 minutes later, I got a text from her that was like, this guy I know asked me to go to the movie with him. I don't think it's a date. You want to come with me so it's not awkward? She sent that to me. It was awkward.
Okay, so one time, freshman year, my roommate, we were having problems, and I was texting my friend to vent to her and ask if I could spend the night at her apartment that night so I didn't have to be around my roommate, and then I sent it to my roommate, and it was bad.
Oh, hello. So one time, my friend came over to my house at around 2 a.m. She was having boy problems, like every girl does, and she really needed to talk to someone. So she came over, and before she had come over, let's reverse for a minute, she had called me crying, because girls are pretty emotional. So I texted my boyfriend telling him what was going on, the situation and everything, because I'm not very good at keeping secrets. So what happened is that I texted my friend instead of my boyfriend, and she sent a text back saying, I think you sent this to the wrong person. Oops.
So this one time, freshman year of college, I went on this date with this boy, and I got back and I thought it had gone really well, so I decided to text my best friend to tell her. And so I sent her a message saying, I think it went really great, like, I think he's really interested. Then I got a text message back from him that said, actually he's not, but he might be in your class.
Here we go. I dated this guy for a long time, and we broke up, and we were not friends. We were not buddy-buddy anymore, and we never talked. And he came up to my school one weekend, and it was really awkward. It was like on a level of 1 to 10. It was an 11 of awkward. And then he leaves, and a couple hours later, I get a text that says, like, hey, baby girl, what you been up to? I miss you. And I was like, what? What? And I look at my friend, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Second text message in my inbox is, holy crap, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send that to you.
Oh, yeah, well, one time, my mom texted me, and she's, she's in her 40s, and she doesn't really, I guess, understand that you can't make up abbreviations for things if they're not already abbreviations. And she was asking me what I wanted on a sandwich. She asked me if I wanted any spicy S. What I didn't realize is that she was asking if I wanted any peppers. So you can imagine I was a little confused. But we got it cleared up.